Hey guys, just wanted to share a little good news with you. You know, we're still pushing for 140 and we're doing everything we can to get a 140 class deer on the place. Planting food plots, we're releasing pine trees, we are putting out feeders, we're putting out cameras, we're doing everything we can to push for 140. This mineral site, they're hitting it every day. I know my dirt does not have the mineral content to grow a 140 class deer maybe once every 5 to 7 years. But this is going to help. And I go back to the Don Higgins Chasing Giants, which if you hadn't watched him, he does a lot of podcasts. I'm just now getting into it, but man, I've enjoyed it. It's good stuff. The most interesting thing in the good news, which I believe, the man had a captive deer herd for 25 years. He fed minerals to one group, not to the other. A twin study. That's the most definitive study you can have. You got the same genetic pattern for two deer. And what he found is he could add 10% antler growth just by feeding minerals. He cut the horns off, weighed them, looked at them, 10% by feeding minerals. How many minerals do we have to put out? Conventional wisdom says about 1 mineral site per 100 acres that you're hunting. Now, sometimes I get a little greedy and I put a little more than that out. Sometimes I get a little poor and I put a little less. Now, Don Higgins, he makes a mineral mix called Maximize. I'm sure it's perfect ratio and balance. I'm also sure it's more expensive than our little mix that we use. We're going to post that recipe up again. We're not pushing it, we're not selling it. I'm just putting it up there because on years we've done minerals, we've seen bigger deer. Now I'm looking at some evidence to support that. So give the recipe a try. I'll also put the link in the description of the whole video for our mineral mix, but I'm going to put the recipe up because this is the end result. They hit it regular. We call it a year-round mineral mix because they stay on it the whole time. Now, if that's not good news, that we can do things to increase antler size, we know we can with food. Alright, my plots I'm having to replant because we got so many does and so many mouths to feed. They wiped out all my legumes. We had drought earlier, but I've replanted and we're getting something now that's a blessing, which is rain. Other good news, I want to thank our sponsor Scent Thief who picked us up. The only reason we went with a sponsorship of any kind is because Scent Thief works. Used it this fall. I will be using it the rest of my life. Encourage you to give it a try. You're looking at about 5 years, before the minerals and the food really make a difference. And they talk about something called fetal patterning, that it affects the fetus in there. So I was seeing a pile of does on this and I was going, dang, our bucks aren't even hitting it, so it's really not going to help them. Well, we do have some bucks in it. Mostly it's does coming. But when you hear about that fetal patterning, hey, we want the does to hit it. That's imprinting. That fawn's getting all the nutrients and minerals it needs for a buck fawn to grow up and explode. Will it be tomorrow? No. Will it be next year? Probably not. But we're probably looking at about 5 years. But if we can keep it up, and why wouldn't we? Good Lord put us here as stewards of the land. That's why this whole regenerative thing, I get so excited about it. Accessing those minerals in the soil, not just from putting them out, but you know, maybe we get to a point we don't have to put these out as much. I doubt it. But there's nothing more interesting in a management situation for wildlife than thinking we can help the planet, help the deer, help ourselves, and be the good stewards that the Lord intended us to be. Guess what? We hadn't had hogs in over a month. That's not to say we couldn't have them tomorrow, but we hadn't had hogs in over a month. I know people like the hog videos. I don't like the hogs though. I'm praying they're gone for a while. Alright? Still got the pig brig ready. So if they come back, we're going to brig them up. Check out the mineral video. Check out Don Higgins Chasing Giants video about minerals. And let's do something that we can do to make bigger deer. We're all about growing bigger deer. We're all about now getting into the regenerative agriculture. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate your support at the Whitetail Cartel. Like us, sub us, and see you next time. Hopefully we got more good news.